Hey, welcome to North Coast Gaming. We're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today. We're taking a private strip here near McCarthy, Alaska. So let's taxi over to the runway and we'll get up in the air and then I'll give you the flight details. Alright, so we just took off from a strip that I call North's House near McCarthy, Alaska. It's part of my McCarthy, Alaska scenery. It's not my real house, but I sure wish that I lived there. I don't really know anything about that strip in real life except that it shows up on the satellite imagery, so I let my imagination fill in the details. And I've been using it as a home base because I really like flying this area, and if you've flown it, you probably understand why. So we're off on an adventure here to fly out to 3 more backcountry strips about 15 miles away. So sit back, take in the scenery while we fly through the rain and the fog and the wind. True Alaska backcountry flying stuff. Looks like it's getting a little foggy up there. I wonder how this is going to go. Okay, not great. I can't see anything. It looks like we're going to be fully socked in here in a minute. And I know that we're over the Zlin River, but let's get autopilot set up because these aren't VFR conditions. Set our altitude to 2500 and keep relatively the same heading that we're on and hope that we fly out of this cloud in just a couple minutes. Okay, yeah, look at that. I guess we'll take a look at our map. We are flying IFR. Good thing that the Savage Norden is equipped to do so, because we would be hopelessly lost if we didn't have some navionics here. We'll kind of scout ahead and see about where we're heading. Just trying to keep on course here. So much for taking in the scenery. It probably is going to get better, right? Eventually, it should. Nah, we're not. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. We can start to see again. That's better. So we're just going to keep on the Zlin River here. We're going to head up to our first stop at a public strip called Peavine. So once we get a little bit closer, you'll see Peavine's about 1,600-foot gravel strip maintained by volunteers in the National Park Service, actually. There's some cool videos on YouTube of people flying out there to go do brush trimming and stuff to keep the strip set up, so check those out if you're interested. but there's 2 public use cabins out there. So we're going to fly out there, we're going to land, we're going to take a little walk around and check things out. And of course, we're flying the very, very capable Savage Norden. This thing is an incredible piece of engineering. If you haven't flown this in the sim yet, or in real life, I wish I could, but it's just shocking what it can do, how it performs. I mean, look at, we're doing 42 knots, 37 knots, and not stalling yet. With a bit of a headwind, you can stop this thing at like 25 knots. Insane. All right, come on, poking through the fog here. Get visual on our strip. We're flyover inspection pass here. Make sure there's nothing down there. No trees fall down. Not random moose. All looks good. Flaps down, slats out. Make sure that we can slow right down. Not that we really need to, we've got all the room in the world on this strip, but we will anyway. Ooh, a rainbow. Look at that. A double rainbow. I'm not going to say it. You're already thinking it. Slight bounce, and we're on ground. Stop. So let's taxi on down so we can check out the rest of this scenery here. Get the plane shut down here, parking brakes are on. And then we'll go have a little walk around. Turns out it's not a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It's a bush plane, and that's way better anyway. Alright, we'll go walk back and take a look at these cabins. Somebody needs to come out here and clear up this trail. A little overgrown, I think. Nice little firewood shed. Looks like it's getting a little bit low. We would brought the chainsaw and the axe, we could have done a little bit of work and filled that back up. Oh, we didn't. Nice little cabin or shed. I'm not sure what that second building is. But sure wouldn't be a bad place to spend a weekend, would it? I wonder if there's fish in the river. Be a great spot. Campfire, go catch some fish, stay in the cabin. Yeah, yeah, I'd be pretty happy. How could you not when you got views like that? All right, let's head back to the plane and we'll go fly off to our next spot here in just a minute. Now there's a screenshot if I've ever seen one. It's gonna be my new background. All right, we're gonna get started up here. Ready, go. Taxi out, and we're gonna be in the air in seconds. And there we go. Well, we're just going to follow this up. It's only going to take us about 2 minutes to get to our next strip, which is called Glacier Creek. We're just going to follow the river up, and at its confluence up there, we're just going to stay to the right, and we will be at it. Just about 2 miles away. At Glacier Creek, we've got a 1,400-foot gravel strip with another public use cabin available. There she is. Got visual. Looks smooth. Looks clear. Please come on in, set her down. A little slow. Lead off some speed. Not the softest landing, but it's a push plane. It's fine. That's what they're for. If you're gonna have big tires, you gotta use them. Alright, open up our window so we can actually see. While we're taxiing down here towards that cabin. Shut her down so we can take a little pump. You know, it was a long flight. Gotta stretch the legs. And yeah, Here's another little cabin just tucked away here in the mountains. Absolutely love this scenery. Love this area. Not too many places in the whole world that are probably prettier than this. Just look at that. Well, maybe not a rundown little cabin, but, you know, it just adds to the character, doesn't it? Could just stay here, have a beer on that bench, and look at the scenery. But we got another strip to get to. Because we're down about 2,000 feet, and our next strip's up on top of the mountain at about 5,400 feet. Landing spot is called Wolverine, but it's just a 750-foot strip on top of a mountain. It can be challenging to land. Preferably you'd be landing on this heading, but with our wind, I think we're actually going to have to turn around, and that means we're going to have a downhill landing on this. But make sure you do a flyover at least once or twice on this one before you commit to it. You can go around either direction, but you're up high, there's a lot of wind, and there's not much more here than some tire tracks and a windsock, so we're going to fly down on a left pattern and come in for a downhill landing. Now with our wind at 9-10 knots or so, we definitely are dealing with some wind shear and lift depending on where we're at. So let's do a flyover here. See how we're feeling. countdown final. Cross your fingers, this is already feeling hairy. Whew. All right, on the ground. We made it. Oh, that was a good one. Let's taxi back up there and park the plane, and we'll go take a look at the scenery. We should have brought the tent. We could have stayed up here. But, you know, it was raining so bad when we took off, I really didn't think we wanted to go camping. Anyway, let's shut her down. And we're going to end our flight here. So, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, well, eventually I might make some more like this. We'll see. Talk to you soon.